Glide path. It's a thing. I was taught it many years ago by a business coach, and it's going to help you in business, in life, in everything. And I was talking with my daughter about it last night, so I wanted to share it today. Stay tuned.
I'm the ringleader, so listen up.
Good morning.
Billy Drury, mastermind, old man in a young man's body, mega
Property
mind.
guru. Yeah, really passionate topic this morning. You had a heart to heart on the weekend.
You know
Not with
what?
me, but
I don't have long conversations with the kids on the phone much, but it was a good hour and a half. I was on the phone with my 27-year-old daughter Shani, and just talking about life and love and work and business and economy and all that stuff. And I thought the glide path was a really good one to talk about today.
so tell us, what is the glide path? I've actually never heard of it before.
So it's the struggle, right? So and it happens in business and personal and in a relation. It just happens in relationships, everything. But it sort of it allows your mind to breathe a little bit and stage a little bit. Where I was talking to Shanae, and she's like, I'm just juggling. Like, she's moved out of house about 6 months ago, and mortgage, got a new mortgage that she's juggling as well. She's renting, so that's an investment property, and she's renting where she is. That's foreign and new to her. Cooking meals, still juggling work whilst doing that, still juggling life, and I wanted to go away for my 50th next year in 12 months' time, and I'm saying, get ready. And this is how am I going to do that? And the glide path is the best way if I can explain the glide path is an example of a captain in a flying a plane, and
Yep.
it's not when the plane's taking off. That ain't a glide. It's when the plane is landing. That's a glide. And then when you think about, like, say, Sydney Airport, imagine you're in a plane. There's this path they'll take around the city. They'll sort of get ready at a certain height, or even before that, they'll start getting ready before they enter the path. They glide through. They come into the runway. They line up with the runway. They do what they do. Hundreds and thousands of controls. I'm sure we know what they're doing. Conversations and that. And the first time you're sort of shitting yourself, you're really shitting yourself. 10 times, you start to comprehend. 100 times you start to get really good at it and actually start looking at different other levers and things that you can do to improve your glide path. After you've done it
Yeah.
3, 4, 500 times, you're an absolute weapon. And in life, and I was saying to my daughter, I was saying, there's these things here. I said, look, you've probably got to allow a good 12 months to get your actual glide path because there's so much new and there's so much foreign to you. So I said, don't sort of be too hard on yourselves. You're just going to find your glide path.
Yeah, and that helps, I think, then to make it a bit more normalized when you can compare, because otherwise you're feeling like you're on this on your own. So yeah, it's shocking. So 36%, only 36% of Aussies between the age of 25 to 29 own a property. So it's not much to
Really?
begin with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, and I was looking this morning just a little bit to work out what does normal look like, and here it is. So years 0 to 2 basically takes 2 years now. Minimum, really, what they're saying to save a deposit. 6 years is sort of the average, so 2 to 6 years. Then you've got, once you've landed the mortgage, 2 to 5 years is the hardest period of starting repayments. That's when they're at their highest. That's when it's at its newest for you as well. And years 5 onwards, still 47% of homeowners report some kind of mortgage stress. So it's a somewhat normal feeling.
And you know what? It's I, I'd even put all the money aside all the economics aside, I still believe that there's this, when we're 2 to 5 years now mortgage at that fifth year, a lot of that component is actually being comfortable with your glide path. So it's the same money going out, same money coming in. It's just as stressful as it should be just as stressful as day one, but it's actually not, because you've actually found your glide path on that. Do you know what I mean? So a mate of mine said it to me 10 years ago, when he was our kids left school, and maybe less, and he was saying with his daughter, he's like, there's things that he's paying for, like a phone contract or whatever, and he's like, he's taken her off that phone contract. She's got to pay for her own phone because she's got to find her glide path. And it was again that thing where it sort of resonates, where you just sort of find that way. Very hard to explain because it requires time, but it's a real thing.
One step at a time. I think that's the way you got to do it.
What's an example of your glide path, Billy? One of many.
We got a bad line this morning. Very crackly. Very crackly. Say that again.
I'm gonna restart my phone. Tell us about your glide path while I do that.
All right, done. Well, yeah, it's been. We've got a comment here as well. Let's just have a cool look at this comment. It's been an interesting one. Yeah, we're just going to restart Mark's phone. The glide path to property for me was an interesting one. Bought my first place at age 18. Was really lucky where at the time you only had to be in it for 6 months, not 12 months, to qualify as a first home buyer and benefit from the assistance schemes. If I could give any suggestion to a new first home buyer, it would be to try and establish an income for the property for the first 6 months or so, just so if you don't have to move in immediately, it'll actually help set up your repayments and help you get ready to then move into the property. You don't need to move into your first home within for the first 12 months, as long as you're moving in within 12 months after that period. So if there's a lease in place for the property you're purchasing, you can still buy it, move in when the tenants move out, or if the property is vacant, you can do a short-term income, maybe 6 months, whether it be on Airbnb, whether it be to a friend or a family member. Set up that income for the property, help it establish your repayments, give you a little bit more savings each week, and then try and move in after that. Really, really helpful advice that I benefited from. But after that, really, it was the first 12 months that were probably the most turbulent. It was in a market as well where we had 13 rate rises not long after I'd purchased, so that was something we're constantly adjusting to. But you do just get used to it at the end of the day. And now it's 4 years on down the track, and I'm looking at my second and my third. So that's underway at the moment, and yeah, really, really exciting. Definitely the first 12 months are the hardest. Are you back?
Look, even like Billy, what you do with we do this daily podcast, this daily show. If you look at that first day and that 10th day that you were doing that, and now you're sort of 3 years down the track, again, that's a perfect example of your glide path getting easier.
Yeah, 100%. You're getting used to what the things around you, and it just becomes second nature. And it's like anything else, starting something new. So get out there, go hard. Partner with friends, family for good moral support as well. It does go a long way, not doing that journey alone.
Definitely.
They don't give you maybe any financial benefit or assistance, but just definitely having someone in your corner, it goes a really long way just to back you on your decisions.
And that's a show.
That's the show. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Back tomorrow.
Enjoy this beautiful day in Sydney. Love ya. See ya.
Happy
Bye.
fighting.